Hey, what's up, party people? Just doing my last piece of Kids and Their Demons. Well, not my last piece, the latest piece in, because I mean to do 30 of each, 30 boys and 30 girls. This is, I can't remember which one this is. This is A Girl and Her Demon 10. I lose track sometimes. So I'm going to keep this one no color, all line art, so you can see the detail in the line art. It's one thing I don't like when I do a whole bunch of color detail and shading and whatnot, is that I spend so much time on the line art, and more often than not, I like the way the line art or the undersketch looked. This one I'm not doing an undersketch, but I like the way the undersketch looks more than the final product, because I put a lot more little details, like a silly person, into the undersketch, which you're not supposed to do. A rough sketch, you're supposed to be fast and furious. It's about family. If you're wondering about the music, it's a Pandora station based on Mazzy Star. So the thing for this piece is I'm going to keep the girl very simple the way she is. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to her. But the demon I'm going to make very detailed and her simple. So there'll be a contrast of the plain simple front that draws your eye, and then the back is going to be so detailed that the actual simplicity keeps your eye, even though the back would be the dangerous part, right? Anyway, that's what I'm going for. So hopefully you see it. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. So what we're doing right now is I'm just putting a whole bunch of, they're not really random, but the shapes are going to make blocks kind of like this. It doesn't matter what the shapes themselves are so much as it is that they make up a bigger shape. So, like every line makes a crosshatch, that kind of thing. Like I need to shade in the teeth and stuff, but I'm going to do it lightly on the teeth because I want them to kind of stick out. But on the gums, they're going to get shaded in. The eye I'm pretty much done with. And please excuse me if I don't check the chat all that much, because I have a habit of getting caught in the flow. So I apologize, but I will do my best. So like this shape, for instance, will eventually become kind of a flowy line, like flowy, flow. And it's going to go like all the way down there. But I want to create the width first. So see how wide I want to go before I commit completely to the flowy shape. So as you see, I'm not sticking to just like squares or triangles or whatever. I want the shapes to vary. So that there's a problem. I try not to commit the sin, you might say, where I will make the shapes generic or too similar, and even if you like the overall piece, your eye is bored. Your eye wants to look at different stuff. Variety is the spice of life, right? So if it's true in your dating life, then it should be true in your art. See, because now I can put it like little touches in here. Sorry for the bounce. Didn't mean to turn this into a party. TikTok's throwing all these messages. Encourage your followers to do this and tell them to do that and promote things. Give us money. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to do the live, or do you want me to screw around with marketing? I got shit to do, yo. Oh, by the way, I'm on here for a short time till 2:30 my time. I'm in Central, so right now it is 1:30 p.m. where I'm at. So I got an hour to make. See, got to make sure don't just get lost in doing the same thing over and over. Got to make sure to change those shapes up and then make them bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. Oh, the other thing is I wanted to contrast the fin thingies, so there's a background on it. But I don't want to add a whole bunch of hashing, a bunch of hash shading. I want that to be mostly in the mouth, so you have a dark spot is in the mouth. Because again, variation is important, and also you need to know where the if you're going to use darkness in a pure white background, that darkness is going to pull the eye and pull it hard. So darkness needs to represent either two things: one, just regular old shading, or two, danger. I don't mind talking to myself. Do it all the time. Dun, 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 dun. I was a little gothy when I was younger. Did the whole black eyeliner, black lipstick, black nails. Couldn't afford all the. I mean, I had access to velvet and stuff, but we were in Texas at the time, so velvet's a no-go. You don't get velvet goths too often in daylight in Texas. And then I was a little bit of a social chameleon, so I tried a little bit of everything on for size. I played with the raver thing for a while. I really enjoyed raving. Raving was fun. I was a raver back in the days of Plur. I don't know if any of you guys remember Plur. It means peace, love, and universal respect. And that was like the big saying. Everyone would go Plur, 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 Plur. And if you've never seen me around before, it's because you're probably a day person, and I do most things at night. In fact, I'm doing this right before I go to work. I work at 3 p.m. my time. So, lives aren't. If I ever do lives, and I haven't done one in a while, I do them late at night. I will always love you, however long I stay. I will always love you, every word I say. Okay, got a little bit of a problem here. Got to fill in the gaps, make sure it all flows together. Because at a distance, it's just a shape, you know what I mean? Oh, and the other thing is that I wanted to match all this up so that it'll go around the outside of the eye, give the whole body a flow. Because it's kind of a fish demon, and fish have all those patterns. Kind of think of like what kind of demons the kids have. Like the way I did the series is kind of like these are kids that are outwardly happy, but they're struggling with their demon, right? I mean, they have good days, and the demon's still there no matter what. But what's called each of the demons is supposed to be a little bit distinct, a little bit closer to the personality of the kid. So I think hers is like a quiet, unknowable, and gnawing. I think those would be good descriptors for this guy. Like someone big, boisterous, and fun, but then they slip in like one of the mean comments about yourself. Like, body stuff, whatever. Or, you undermine your confidence, that kind of thing. They're like really toxic friend. That's what I think, your internal voice. Kind of like, you can never really do anything right, and the people around you don't care. That kind of thing. We're late at night, but I'm here for you. It's an abusive relationship with yourself. That's what the demons are. I'm not religious, so all my demons are metaphors. I was thinking I may want to work some Morse code into this. Like dot, 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 dash. Like that. But actually I need to look up Morse code. Spell stuff out. Oh, also, sorry if I slip into song and stuff. It's a habit. I'm sorry for you, not for me. I enjoy doing it. It's really rare for me to get time during the day to do anything. In fact, I'm not used to sunlight. It's weird to me. I feel more comfortable at night. Night surrounds me like a comfortable blanket. I like the silence of it. Like, when you're out walking around the neighborhood and there's, like, even the birds are asleep. You might hear a cricket or two. But there's a comfort in quiet. I get a lot of thinking done. Whole bunch of scenarios that'll never happen that play out in my head. Keep glancing back at the chat, and luckily no one's in there, so I'm not disappointing anybody with not paying close attention. Sometimes you find yourself doing the same pattern over and over. It's good to switch direction. I should start doing these more often. The only problem that I run into, besides the fact when I first started, I would get the stream would be stopped or banned or whatever by TikTok for no real reason. I think it happens to a lot of people. I think just basically somebody feels like they don't have power in their life, reports or mass reports, because it gives them a feeling of having some sort of control. And I get it, but it's just a pain in the tuchus. I hope those people find some sort of happiness. They don't let their demons eat them. I used to be a lot more of a dick about that kind of stuff, but I put a little heart in there. But now, with age, especially in men, comes a level of equanimity. As the testosterone drops, the wisdom gets bigger. That's what she said. Just to show my maturity. always love this song. Here, I'll pull back for those who just jumped in. This is the whole of it. I'm working on a very small piece. All right, so we got this. Now all I have to do is line up. Oh, here's a trick, by the way, for lining up. You just make a layer underneath, and then you do whatever your line is, and then, and then you drop the opacity. So like I want these to line up like this. So, So I want them to go like this. A little better than that. There we go. So now I know where, because I can't use a guide for, I can use a guide for straight lines and stuff, but not for my silly mind and the way it works. Can't have a straight line with me. Nope. All my lines have to get bent, yo. Oops. I keep bumping the thing. I'm so sorry. The phone's like right at the level where my cap's kicking out. All right, so anyway, you take that, you drop the opacity way down. So now I have these lines to work with on the level, on the layer that I was working on. So now I know exactly where I'm going. Let me double check, see if anyone said anything. Nope, you guys are very quiet. Well, that's all right. I forgive you. I can be loud enough for all of us. All right, so anyway, now I don't have to work. Ah! Okay, I'm taking the hat off. There you go. Hat. Gone. All right, cool. I think we're gonna be good now. I think no more of these this malpractice. I've been practicing badly. My malpractice. So yeah, now I can skip through these things and have the lines line up right too, which helps. And just do, you know, a random fishy pattern. Fishy, fishy, fishy. You're fishy, fishy, fishy. Reminds me of Monty Python. Meaning of life, and these big fish suits walking around. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Oh, where could my fishy be? I can't remember the rest of the poem. It was like this long, goofy, surreal poem. Fishy, 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 sea. And then I'm gonna do a bigger pattern above this. That's be kind of like, you know, the back pattern for a fish or a predator. In fact, I could do like tiger stripes or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a demon. I do find it funny that most demons, like that were drawn for like any religion, they did the same thing. They took what they knew, you know, animals or whatever, and then just kind of smushed them together. They made smashed potatoes. All demons and gods, I guess, are basically smashed potatoes. Actually, those lines are too thick. That's the problem I have with this pen. The one I'm using is the Feud brush pen. I think it was something I downloaded. It's kind of like a regular script pen, but it's got a lot of variance in the pressure, like a lot, and that is a drawback too, because sometimes it'll just do that. You want to just touch the paper or the paper light. Oh, and I started using the pencils with the metal tip. I'll bring it up. Yeah, so you can see that it's nice and blurry. Yeah, that's good. Everybody likes a blurry pencil, but anyway, I'll bring it back down here. Anyway, since I have the paper light on here, and I noticed that, and people made this complaint before, that the paper light tends to make your tips wear down really fast. Ah, damn it. And it does, the plastic tips, but the metal tips, it does nothing to. And if I scratch the Paperlight stuff, it hasn't yet, and I've been using it for about 2 months now. I can just replace the Paperlight, and I'd rather be replacing the Paperlight than a whole bunch of pencil tips, because I can keep working if the paper light's a little scratchy. But when the tip goes, I'm done, son. Because whoever joins in is going to tell me if you want to see the whole piece. And I will pan out. I'm working on the backside of my demon. Demon. I'm a demon. Used to try to do the, were they gremlin voices? I got really good at doing those kinds of voices back when I was a kid. Oh, how you doing? Like that. Used to freak my friends out. Wait, come back. Oh, I'd rather be your friend. Oh. I've been doing, have a friend who's accepted to be my muse. I've been drawing her a lot lately. But, you know, artistic mind, you're like, oh, new thing. I'm gonna work on a new thing. Never finish the old stuff. Just keep going for the new stuff. But she's hard to not draw. Like anytime I see her like do a picture or pose, she's like really expressive. Here, I'll show you a picture that I grabbed of her. This is my reference for the girl. Where's she at? Oh yeah, so like she's got such a cool face, right? Like the expressions are so good. So anyway, oh yeah, that's the one I grabbed. So anyway, those will be references for later. Let's see, where are we at? Oh yeah, Procreate. So like the last one I'd put up was this one. I put the thing over it so that TikTok wouldn't ban me. Oh, and I did this of her, and we were talking about an artist friend of her wanted her to send a picture of her like in some perfect lighting or something. I go, any artist worth their salt knows how to actually add lighting to any picture, you know. It's like, you know, in art, that's not how you do art. So I showed her. So in 10 minutes, I did this, which was, you know, basically did the same thing, but in golden light, just with an overlay. Well, actually, with an overlay and screwing with the hue and stuff. Oh, and if any of you guys watch Critical Role, I recently did Nana Mori's house, and I did Nana Mori as well, but this is the house. This took a lot of time. Look at the amount of detail I threw in this bad boy. You can see all of it. Took me a while. Actually, how long did this take me? Let's find out. That took me 3 hours and 6 minutes. Not too bad. And this was Nana Mori. So Nana Mori has like a elongated neck. Mori short for Morgan. Morgan was, I don't know why he named her that, because Morgan was the Celtic god of death, but like made up with ravens and stuff, and her thing isn't ravens. But anyway, so what I did is I wanted her neck to be kind of normal looking at the frame. Otherwise, it would just be like, I didn't want the elongated neck towards the camera. So I made the neck droopy so you can tell that it can get longer. Anyway, back to art. Look at me getting distracted. Let me check. Yeah. Okay. So back to making itty bitty bits. The detail. You know why the demon has more details? Because the devil's in the details. True story. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I put so much detail in the demons usually. That's where I was given instructions by colloquialism. Oops, shit. Wrong spot. The fin doesn't get that. The fin gets hash marks. Possibly, even, if it's good, cross-hatching. You want Daddy to give you cross-hatching? Daddy, I'll give you cross-hatching. Yeah, Demon, you like that? Tell me to stop. I know you won't, though. Sorry. Don't want to throw the daddy voice on this early in the day. Daddy voices for nighttime, baby. Okay. I was going to make myself laugh. Oops. So how you guys doing? Whoever's stuck around, you guys having a decent day? Doing school or work or chilling like a villain with penicillin? Maybe being like a whale and eating krillin? Being on the market making a killing? Being like a pirate and overtilling? Forgot to stop on at the Super Bowl and continued grilling. That was funny. I noticed that nobody told me to stop making the daddy voice. I don't think I've ever heard anyone ask me to stop making the daddy voice. Weird. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Christy Chambers. I haven't heard that name since the 70s. Can't find that one with Safe Search, by the way. All right, so let's get rid of our underlines. Boop. All right, looks about like I want to. So I'm going to have hashes here. In fact, I should start working on those. I'm going to put them on a different layer just in case I jack them up. We're going to start small. Should probably do like ASMR voice when I do this stuff. So what we're doing is gonna make the clicks. We're drawing in hashes. And this is a very calming thing to do. When you draw the hash marks, you have to keep the energy low but intense. It allows the hashes to feel soft but intense. I don't think people like that one. They left. I don't know, I always found it calming. Oh, the other reason that I do this on another layer is so I can draw right through without any skips. And then I just erase. Then if I feel everything's where it needs to be, I'll combine the layers again. It took me a while when I first started doing digital art to figure out how to think in layers. I think that's the one big change you have to make when you're doing digital. You don't have to do everything on one layer. In fact, if you don't, you do better. Probably, I would say, of digital art, even with all the erasing, immediate erasing, all this stuff, I'd say that layers are probably the best reason to switch if you're going to switch. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other ones, like if you want to do paint, like, oil or something, you can immediately do changes without waiting 12 to 24 hours for it to dry before you do a new layer. Or if you want to do watercolor. One thing it doesn't do, I'm sure somebody's figured it out. Oops, shit. I'm sure somebody's figured it out, but there's a thing that you do called soaking in Utah. Oh, sorry. No, I meant in watercolor. That you just basically soak the paper and let the watercolor go a little wild, and you just move the paper around and let it spill out, like kind of like it's exploding, and then you use a dry brush to soak up, so you have certain areas that are darker and certain areas that are lighter. I haven't seen a tool yet for Procreate that lets you do that. I would really like to play around with that, but and the other thing is being able to edit arcs is nice too. Otherwise, I have to be a lot more careful, and I don't want to be careful. I want to live on the edge. I want to live in the danger zone. I want Tom Cruise to take me away in a motorcycle on the highway to the danger zone. Actually, I don't have to go that long, do I? I might have to for the curve, because I'm erasing all that. Oops, shiznit. All right, whatever. I'll take an ellipse. I don't need a filthy, dirty arc. dirty arc. There you go. Okay. So now we're going to do our erasing. Actually, before I do erasing, to figure out whether or not I want to do hatching. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a flow hatch. So basically just stick with the flow of the original line outward. Most of this is getting erased. Just not the parts that matter. There we go. Okay, and let's keep it going. No, too far apart. I think I'll stop right about there. All right, so now we do the erasing. Yep. Yay, stayed on the right layer. Glad I checked now after I did everything. That was a good time to check, David. Good idea. Check after you do the whole thing. Every artist knows that's the only way to do it. Actually, yeah. I think this is, yeah. Probably need to make the eraser bigger, but I'll get the fine details first, and then I'll do that. This bad boy. Now we go bigger. Go big or go home. Go home, go shower. Go shower because you're stinky. Okay, there we go. Think we're good now? All right, so Oh yeah, I was going to do big shapes up here. Let's go ahead and combine this. Stop you. Combine. There we go. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. Boy, got allergies this season. More than usual. Been sneezing a lot of drippy nose. That's my porn name, Drippy Nose. Drippy Nose McQueen. Oh, sorry, I'm a goofball. All right, there we go. Basically, I'm using the same technique I would for cheetah or cheetah stripes or cheetah dots. Cheetah dots? Polka dots? Cheetah pattern. Let's just go with that. And then I think I might put cross-hatching in those as well. Or maybe just a different pattern. Yeah, I think I'll go with a different pattern. Got to break up the monotony and make them a little smaller as I go. So you know that it's supposed to be not a similar pattern all the way down. It breaks off, as patterns do. I wonder if patterns work the way mass and energy work. Like where in physics they tell you that nothing's really real. It's just a whole bunch of atoms and vibrating at a specific speed. So, like, a door isn't really a door, it's just a specific vibration of trillions of atoms that all decided, yeah, I think it'll be a door for a while. Anyway, I wonder if patterns on animals and humans, like our fingerprints, for instance, because I read a thing a while back that fingerprints are basically, most of them come from, I like to say, clawing, when the fetus is, or the fetus is clawing at the inside of the mom. But a better word is just stroking. But I like the idea of a fetus clawing at the inside of the uterus. Nah, that's not gonna work. It needs like ornate shapes. So these shapes match shapes that I put in her braids on her little thing here. So I think it's a subtle touch, and if you're following me, it's probably the only time you see it or pay attention to it. But I do dozens of these little things whenever I do a drawing. Just like Easter eggs in video games, it's just a thing for me. Hopefully people notice it, and when they do, it makes me happy. So yeah, there's a lot of detail work going on the demon. I guess I could probably stop at any time, but I want it to have I want the detail to match. Like, when you commit to detail, you should stick with it. Like, and if you can go the other side, if you go with simplicity, you should stick with it. So she's simple, demon's complicated. I think actually that's makes a lot of sense on a what's called a psychological level. Our public face is pretty simple. Smiles, hey, how are you, whatever. And then all the weird shit going on in her head is complicated. Yeah, that actually kind of works. I like that. I guess my life is dead, huh? It's not showing anyone else joining. Am I still live? Hello? Am I supposed to interact? Oh. They just added tools, that's all. They keep adding stuff. Well, you know what? I like my life. I'll check back on it later. Be like, ooh, look, I'm drawing stuff. What will I do next? I'll say. Maybe I'll bash my head against the table. I can't remember a thing. Ooh, what's this? TikTok? What's that do? Wait, I was on live? Who am I? Where am I? What are these wiggly things at the bottom of my legs? Why do I remember the word legs but not the wiggly things? Oh, me. Oh, I'm so funny. All right. Oh, yeah, that was faster than I thought it would be. If I'm drawing S's, does that mean that this comes from Superman's homeworld? And this fish is just filled with hope? That was a deep and stupid joke. The best kind of joke. Deep and stupid. Okay, so I have light coming from that side. Alright, so let's work on these. Actually, let's go ahead and put directional hashing on the fins. Oh, somebody came by and gave me a lot of likes. I appreciate that. Thank you, whoever did that. Actually, that's wrong. Oh, am I still in the... I am. All right, cool. So I can do it this way. Cool. Forgot I was in another layer. I can do lots of stuff that I can't do normally. Or I can, I just have to do it a lot more carefully. I like not being careful. I like the danger. The danger. I grew up to be like Danger Mouse. Another old reference. Danger Mouse was played on Nickelodeon, and I think it's originally a British show or British cartoon. I really liked it. It's basically James Bond if James Bond was a mouse. And he has a sidekick named Penfold who was a blind mole rat, I think. Mole, not mole rat. Not Kevin Smith movie. Very British. Ridiculous and dry. You know, as is their way. I should do this straight. Damn it. You be patient and just let the thing kick in. So I'm changing the line direction to give it a little bit of a shape. Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad. We're getting there. Alright, so this one will be darker because it's a lot closer. So the lines get closer together. So I can keep this hashing and not cross hatching. Because I want to use the hashes to give short little like directions. Visual representation of direction of the shadow. Even if I'm using the same thing over and over. Oh no, this is another fin that's behind her. So this one will get the cross hatching because it's a lot closer to her. So it'll give me more shadow that she's casting on it. So now it's time to erase. Looks like it dropped down in the views. You don't get views right off the bat. They don't want to push you. It's funny though, because I keep getting these videos I keep saying I don't like, you know, people with like a Trump hat in the background or anything political really, or some e-girl in front of a sign that says, "I'll judge you hot or not, gifts come first," that kind of stuff. Scammy shit. But they push those hard. I guess they must make a lot of money for TikTok. But you know, every now and then, I'd like to see something I want to see. You know, like other artists that I actually follow, that kind of stuff. That would be nice. You know? I like pretty girls just as much as the next guy, but I'd rather watch art. Yeah, there's a difference between glancing and watching. Pretty girls are a glance. Art's worth a watch. Oh yeah, I should probably just add patterns here. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good here. So I need a lot more small detail just in this area, and I think that'll do it after I finish that. So I got another 15 minutes or so. So I'll just do that for 15 minutes. In fact, I think I may just do it this way. Basically hint at a bigger pattern. Old cartoony trick. If you ever wonder why. You ever see those little like random circles in cartoons? Do it a lot in anime too. It's because it's a fast way to do implied detail without actually having to do the detail. Right. Also, it's real good if you use it on older people because it implies liver spots, even though you don't have to like draw out the coloration and stuff for the liver spot. You just have the circle there. Just keep it in mind if you want to draw old people. Put a lot of these on their face. See, so what that does is even though you can't really see the pattern, you can see that area is filled, and it's a real cheap trick. You know, it's so cheap. It's so much of a cheap trick. It's a guitar with two stems. What do they call this? Arms. So I need to do this one like 2 or 3 more times. And then we will be done. And I will do my film out thingy and make sure that that's solid, valid. And then I will later write out my little script of what this is. This is Girl and Her Demon number 10, if you missed it, and I'm sure you did because I've been alone for most of this. And I'll put that up on my TikTok, Tiki-Taki. And you can see it there. Be like, I was there. I saw it happen. I watched the miracle of creation in process. I'm like a god. That's what I say anytime, That must be why hipsters are so annoying. I saw this band before anyone. I saw the creation of this band. Like a god. I have a feeling a lot more people work and are at school and stuff during this time, so I don't think this is actually TikTok's fault. Though it is fun to blame TikTok, isn't it? No, those are too big. You know what? Actually, I think I might have something there. Oop, don't do that, pen. I can do an implied pattern to boxes without actually doing the boxes. So much easier. Look at that. Oops. It's like the liver spot trick. Whoever's not watching is missing out on a whole bunch of art tips. Means could have saved hours of their life. But no. Everybody who didn't watch this will die earlier and less accomplished for not knowing my art tricks. I need to put this up on YouTube. People see how nutty I am when I'm alone with my random thoughts. I'm just letting the silly ones out. The dark ones stay inside. You get in there, Dark Thought. I don't want to. Kill people. What? No. Dark Thought inside. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. Alright, oh, now you do a whole bunch of little itty bitty things over here. It's smaller and smaller because it's further away. And that's how perspective works. My perspective. I get smaller and smaller. Oh, I gotta do this. That's right. Almost forgot the gums. Cannot forget the gums. Big Red will see you. Is Big Red still around? I don't know. Just need the reference and it was right there. Always there for me, Big Red. I can't quit you. Yeah, I think I leave the teeth as white as they are. I like they stick out as much as they do. Uh-oh. Got a little doodle, little doohickey. Little doodle hickey. Doodle hickey is what artists get when they cheat. What's that on your neck? Nothing. Do I smell oil? No. Is that a doodle hickey? Okay, fine, I admit it. It was just one time. I barely drew her. See, I barely knew her. Good one, David. Good one. They'll never suspect that you came up with that in the fly. Okay. So all the people who normally hang with me are asleep. I've made a lot of Australian and Russian friends. Which makes my nickname hold up better. They're like, everyone's like, hey, mate, you Australian? Raise up lights. I don't know why they're saying razor blades. I just happen to know that stupid rise up lights trick to say razor blades with an Australian accent. But after this, I have to go put some shrimp on the Barbie. So cross-hatched in this very specific way for the gums so that they bubble out a little bit, like doing these up here. Again, depth and shape. Got to trick that eye. Got to gaslight the eye. I was like, that's flat. I'm like, no, it's not. You're right, it's not. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, gotcha. Sent my friend a picture that I drew for her, and she looked at all the detail on it. She's like, "You do this for fun?" I'm like, "Yeah." Party animal. I need to set up a schedule to do lives. Stop playing WoW, start doing lives. I think more than anything, actually, it's kind of nice not having a bunch of people to respond to because I've been able to stay in the flow the whole time. So I'm working faster. Like if I did, I think all of my art on lives, it would probably take me 2 to 3 times as long as it normally does to finish a piece. Like this one. How long have I been working on this one anyway? This one I've been putting a lot of time into because it's, strangely enough, it's a lot of detail work on line art that's not as bad when it's color. Yeah, so this one's been 4 hours and 32 minutes. 9,914 strokes made. I'm going to meet that 10,000 and beat it. Beat it like a redhead stepchild. Oh, my family's back. Hey, family. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Dad.
How you feeling?
Feeling much better than I was last night.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The melatonin,
Again, by the way.
I will never, ever forgive you. It's going to put it on my gravestone. Remember that one night, Valentine's night?
Yeah, how could I really
Never forget. No. You want to see what I'm working on? I'm doing a TikTok live. There's absolutely no one here. But one cool thing with the lives, even when there's no one there, it saves the live, so I can keep my my very silly, stupid commentary.
Oh, yeah. Go back and listen to it.
Yeah, check it out.
Hi, live people.
There's no live people.
Not one?
Not one. There were. Someone gave me 237 likes and then just fucked off.
I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I love the contrast and the smoothness of her face versus
Right?
how complicated that is.
You got it. That's exactly what I was going for. Is so.
You pulled it off.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not going to color it at all. I'm just doing line art only.
That's a good idea.
Thank you kindly. So yeah, I'm going to do. Bubsy, why are you so needy?
Yeah, he's very needy right now.
He's been needy. He's been like that for days.
He missed his papa.
He's been trying to danger fluff me.
Danger fluff you?
You know, where I pet him, then he flips over on his back. He's like, "Go ahead, pet the stomach. I dare you."
He's trying to test your character.
And then I'll pet the stomach, and then he goes, "Ah!" I go, "You'll never get me, Bubsy."
Yeah, he's slow.
Yeah, yeah. Not with Logan though. He got Logan good. I'm like, you deserved it. We've warned you how many times to keep your face out of animals' faces. Oh yeah, he is. He eats them all. Yeah. I love you too. Are you through your first half of the day? Or are you?
Yes, I am.
Sweet. There you go.
Yeah, I'm on my break.
Yeah, and then you'll be done, and you get to rest and relax and de-stress.
Yeah, if you think about it, I'm not working a double anymore. It's just a single now.
Yeah, now you're just working a single. You didn't work it all today. Today, now you're about to start working in a couple hours. All right, love you. Have fun de-stressing. Oh, hey. How you doing? Someone actually did join. I was talking all candidly because there was no one around to report me. So I'll pull it back and show you the whole picture. So I'm almost done with his detail, with the demon's detail. Actually, maybe it's a her. I don't know. Maybe her demons are her. Maybe they're they're non-binary. That was easy for me to say. I just got that out in the open. So it'll be done pretty soon, and then I will bring this over to video, export the video, and check it to make sure it's good. Actually, I might want to put a little more cross-hatching on the teeth, but let me double check it because I think I might have enough detail to cover for it. There's a time where you get too much detail and it starts to look muddy. Come on, you. I wish there was a way to tell Procreate that I'm going to make an arc, or I'm only going to make arcs for a little bit, you know what I mean? Like maybe do a tap on the screen in a certain way, like, you know, do 2 shakes and a haircut, or 2 haircut and 2 bits, whatever that thing's called, the dun, 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 that one. Yeah, I need to put a little bit more. Not a lot, just the straight hashing, no cross hatching. And here, just need to show that there's a distance. Okay. I think, oh, here, a little shading there. So I'll make sure that, you know, there's a little depth there. Yeah, I think we're good. What do you think? Whoever's with me. Yeah, I think we're good. I'll call that a drawing. So I'm gonna sign with what I always sign with, my Bokuju. Is that how you say it? Bokuju, yeah, my Bokuju pencil, whatever. I sign wherever because then I look for a place to drop the signature, but I just want a big spot to make my signature. So then I make it small, and then I put it somewhere where it's not too much in the way. And then I drop the opacity because it's not about my signature, it's about the piece. All right, so let's go ahead and save this out. Start with our JPEG, and then do our export. 30 seconds. Hey, Kizzy, how you doing? So I'm just finishing now, and I'm just going to check the video for the export, and so you can see the whole process. I'm doing this one just as line art. It's my Kids and Their Demons series. It's a Girl and Her Demon 10. Let's see. Review. Voodoos. And let's check it. So now you can see the process. That eye took me a long time. Put a lot of detail into it. The teeth, strangely, were really fast. The little squares around the teeth took a while. She was very fast too, the girl. So I made the girl very simple so that all the detail on the fish would stick out. There you go. And that's what I did. So now I'm going to sign off because I have to get to work, and then I will make the video on my break, and that's about it. Oh, I don't know if you've watched the series that I've done. I'll show you some of the other ones I've done if you haven't paid attention or seen any of my stuff before. I need to always remember that. Sometimes people haven't seen your stuff. So this is the first of the series that I did, The Boy and His Demon. And then I did, I wasn't actually going to make a series because I was doing this for my youngest son, Logan. So I made Logan pretty close to like a cartoon version of him and his demon. That one took me a long time. That took me, oops, come here, you, Logan. His demon. No exporting. There we go. We need canvas. Canvas information. We need statistics. Actually, not bad. That was 3 hours and 36 minutes. So this one actually took me longer. And then I was like, you know what? I need girls and their demons too. So I started with girls and their demons. And then, so I started alternating back and forth. Boys and their demons. And another boy and his demon. And then another girl. And then switch up styles, went with the chalk drawing. And then switch up styles, went with more of a blocky thing. I hate the way her face ended up, but I was like, you know what? They can't all be winners. This one I loved the way the face ended up for the demon. The boy I did it as if he was overexposed. I think that came out kind of cool. This one I like because she looks so innocent. This one I like because I put a lot of detail into the boy, and I did it all with shapes only. There's no like hatching or cross hatching in it. This one I think came out really good because it's kind of like if Norman Rockwell did did demons instead of happy fun stuff. This one's okay, except same kind of thing. I hate the way the face came out for the boy. This one though I love because she's just accepted her demon. She's like, yeah. Oh, and also I started doing a trick on the horns, where what I do is I draw the horns a little bigger than the underdrawing, and then just use an eraser to make the cuts. And I thought it made a cool effect, gave them a lot more substance. And then this one I made a little Cthulhu style demon. I liked him. He was looser than most of them. And then her, she's an angry girl with her demon, but I did changed up the color style, made it a wash instead. And this one, and I realized, hey, I'm doing nothing but white people. Gotta add some color in, you know? So I got a black boy and his demon. And my wife's like, hey, why are all the demon, the demon's supposed to be black too? And I'm like, well, let me add some pink and stuff. And then I'm like, actually, let's make it cartoony. And the demon's pink. And then I did another chalk thing. And then did a straight like a black and white for the boys, and that's why I ended up with that for the girl too. And also that's where I started with the extreme detail on the demon face, but everything else is kind of simple. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Talk to you guys later. Bye.